Welcome, welcome, all of you. So today I'm really excited on this particular topic of how to get more clients for your healing business. And since the time that I have started my healing business, it has been this question has been, the all-time major question of all. Well, how do I get more clients for my business? Interesting, my cell phone. So then every book that I'm reading, I kind of scan the book for everything that which the book can teach me. So this particular free taster class is based on the book Projections, Expectations, Rejections, Separations, and Judgments, written by Gary Douglas. And tomorrow evening, I have a 3-hour book facilitation class that I'm doing for the book. What you're gonna see today is just a 30-minute free taster for tomorrow's 3-hour class. So welcome, and I have a beautiful presentation for you all. So let's get started. I'm sharing my screen. Hello, Biju. Hello, Mira. Wow, so nice to see so many new names here. So welcome to my world. Okay, so here is my presentation slide for you. Okay, and let's get started. How to get more clients for your healing business. And this is a free taster class based on this particular book called The Projections, Expectations, Separations, Judgments, and Rejections. And this is an Access Consciousness book, and it is written by Gary Douglas. Okay, so let's get started. So how can we get more clients for our healing business? First of all, just a short intro about the book. Projections, expectations. What are expectations? What are projections? Looks like the book actually teaches us anytime we have a projection and an expectation, we create separation, judgment, and rejection. So what does that mean? Let's say I have a projection and expectation that if I put this free taster class, I'm going to get a lot more clients for my business. That's an expectation. That's a projection. If I do have that projection and expectation, well, it is going to result in some kind of limitation. Specifically, it's going to result in this thing called rejection. So I might, if I have an expectation that if I do this, I'll get this. All right. So if I put this out, I'll get more money. If I put this out, I get more clients. If I ask people to join me, people will join me. These are all expectations. When I have that, the book says all that will result in is just rejections for yourself. How many times did you feel rejected? How many times did you talk to people and when they say no to whatever you were offering, you felt rejected? Why did you feel rejected in the first place? Because you had a projection and expectation that I'm going to tell this and this to this person. When I say to this person to join my class, he or she is going to say, yes, I'll join your class. If they say yes, then it means that I'm a winner. If they say no, it means that I'm a loser. That this means that I'm rejected. And then if that person says no, I would then go into this thing called judgments, right? I'm going to judge myself, and judgments occurs in both directions. It can be positive judgments, it can be negative judgments. Okay, so I contacted this person. I sent her a message that, hey, this Global Healers Carnival is coming up. Would you like to come join me? And the person said, no, Vishnu, thanks. Okay, so first of all, if I had the projection and expectation that this person is going to say yes, then I'm going to be in the space of feeling rejected. Oh no, this person said no to me. I have to now break my head. I have to feel rejected. And then I have to judge myself. I have to judge myself that, Vishnu, you're doing something wrong. You're not supposed to say people. You're not supposed to sell to people. Judgments. Now I have to go into the judgments of myself. And I have to feel rejected. And then the third thing called separation. I'm going to separate myself from others. I'm going to separate myself from myself. So separation is huge, another topic. Anyways, that's just a short intro of this entire book. And the book actually has like 50 plus tools and clearing statements in order for us to release all of these projections and expectations. Okay, so if all of that interests you, you're welcome for my tomorrow's class. Anyways, now let's come to the point. How to get more clients for your healing business. And let's see what Gary, who's the author of the book, has to talk about this topic. Gary says basically this particular 30-minute free taster class is just 2 pages of this entire 100 plus page book. I've simply extracted 2 pages out of it, that which was truly hugely valuable to me, and I've put it into the slides here. So every single word in the slide comes directly from the book. Okay, so then the topic here is be interested. Don't try to be interesting to other people. What's the difference? Well, this entire book is actually kind of a interactive session, interactive class that Gary Douglas did with so many different class participants. So then the class participants are asking question and Gary is giving them reply. So this is what the class participant says. I have a clinic, but I'm not getting any clients for my clinic. No clients are coming. So that's the issue that the client is facing. So let's see what Gary says. Gary says, what are you asking for at your clinic every day? Are you asking, what do I have to be or do to create more people coming into the door than I can handle? Or are you going to, what's wrong? Nobody's coming into the door. What is the difference between those two statements, by the way? The first statement is a question. And the question is, what can I do to be, or what can I have? Sorry, what do I have to be or do to create more people coming in the door than I can handle? So that's a question that we are putting out into the world. Or are you going, what's wrong with my business? Nobody is want to sign up. Nobody is coming in. No clients wants to make me payment. All of those statements are kind of conclusions. When we are saying that statement over and over again, that's what we are creating. Because of what? Because your words are so damn powerful. Every word you speak is being created as your reality. So when you say the words, I have no clue what's wrong with me, nobody wants to make payment to me, no clients wants to come to my, sessions. The more you say those statements, the more it will be actualized in your world. So then the first thing here is you need to ask questions. What do I have to be or do that would allow me to bring in endless clients into my business? So that's the first step, asking questions that will expand your reality, that will expand your business. Okay. Okay, and then the class participant is replying here. I guess the second one looks like the class participant here has been more doing about, the complaining or the negative side of things. And Gary says that's a projection and an expectation. When you're saying, I have no clue what's wrong, nobody is coming to my classes, nobody is coming to my sessions. When I say that word, that itself, that statement itself is a projection and an expectation. You project and expect that nobody is coming in the door, and you put that out into the world, and the universe says, oh, you don't need any more clients. The minute I say nobody is coming to my business, nobody is coming for my healing sessions, that goes out into the world. Now the universe says, oh, okay, so you don't want any clients. Okay, I'll make sure that no client ever come to you. The word that I speak return back to me. Okay. If I need more clients, so this is what is Gary saying, if I need more clients, I will wake up in the morning and say, okay, universe, send me some more clients this week. Or it might be like, okay, universe, send me 3 clients today for my healing business, to my healing sessions. Okay, so how many of us actually did that today? Most likely, we had been so much entrained to kind of being in that complaining mode, or being in that, half glass empty mode, always looking at that half glass empty and worrying and disappointed that this is not working. So instead, it's about asking the universe, hey, universe, send me 3 clients today. Hey, universe, send me 5 clients for this particular call today. So the more we ask, and the more we can believe that, hey, yes, I asked for it and then I receive it, the easier this is going to be. Okay, I'll move on. There is so much more today's session here. So let's move on. And now the class participant says, I'm having the same issue with my classes. So looks like this class participant is a person who has a clinic and who's also kind of learning access consciousness. And now he's going to start offering his access consciousness classes. So then he's telling Gary that, okay, I'm having the same issue with my classes as well. Nobody is showing up for my classes too. And Gary asks, how are you advertising your classes? And the class participant says, through Facebook. Gary says, Facebook is not advertising, that's information. Do you have any clients who have done classes with you? So I know this again can be like, are we using Facebook to advertise our classes? What if the social media, as we see it, is a way in which we are giving information to people, not truly just advertising? I guess there is a difference between giving information versus actually inviting people, right? So according to so many different books that I had been reading from Access Consciousness, Gary goes over different ways how he talks to people. And he also says it is your personal connection with people that's going to bring people into your business. So if you had been posting on Facebook or any other social media platforms and waiting for people to show up for your business, show up for your healing sessions, and if you have seen that it's not working, meaning people are not showing up, then you might have to ask, what else is possible here? Okay, so then coming back, he says that Facebook is just information, that's not how you advertise. And then he asks, okay, do you have any clients who have done classes with you? And the class participant says no. Okay, do you have anybody who likes you in your clinic? Is there any person who actually like you doing what is it that you're doing? And the participant says yes. Okay, call all those people and say, I'm doing something new. Do you know anybody who might be interested? So please note the words there. He says, call those people who actually like you, who have seen your clinic, who knows you, and just let them know that, hey, you're doing something different now. And ask them, do you know of anybody who might be interested in these type of classes? Do you know of anybody who might be interested in these kind of healing sessions? How would I apply that in my business? I might message people whom I know and ask, hey, I'm doing this kind of a money block clearing session. Would you know of anybody who might be interested? So that's how I might apply that into my personal business. And he says, don't ask them if they are interested. Ask them if they know somebody who might be interested. That's the game changer here. So most of us might have been talking to people and asking, hey, I'm doing this healing session. Are you interested to join? Instead of that, he says, ask them, would you know someone who might be interested? Now that's a totally different question. And let's see why he's kind of recommending that. Class participant says, okay. And Gary says, when you ask, who do you know who might be interested? They might decide that they are interested. But you're not asking them to come to a class. You're asking them if they know somebody who might be interested. And I started applying that in my business, in my stuff that I'm doing. And I have seen it totally is a game changer. When I ask somebody, hey, I am doing this healing session, are you interested? Most of them don't even reply. When I ask them, hey, I'm doing this kind of a free thing or this healing session, would you know of anybody who might be interested? Most likely, like 80% of the times, I have kind of gotten replies stating, hey, I'm interested actually. So Personally, when I apply that into my business, it has kind of changed a lot. And you have to learn to be interested. Stop trying to be interesting. Most people try to tell you about everything they are doing. I don't do that. I ask them, what are you doing? What's going on in your life? And okay, so what is this entire stuff about? Be interested and not try to be interesting. So that means to me that I have to be truly interested in them, right? Whomever that I'm talking to, when I am interested in them, I would go like, hey, what are you doing? How is it going? How is life for you? What is happening with that? Hey, your kids, did they finish your college? What's happening in their college? What kind of issues or challenges are you facing? When I'm talking to somebody, especially let's say this is my prospective client, he says, be interested in them, truly be interested in them, knowing about them. Let's read and come back. So I ask them, what are you doing? What's going on in your life? And he asks, why do I ask that? And the class participant says, so you can deliver a class to them if they ask. Well, Gary says, no. So they have to reach and ask me a question to see what they can get from me. You are not letting people to reach you. You are trying to reach for them. Now, energetically, this is huge difference between when I'm trying to reach for them, they might most likely run away from me. Instead, you have to let people to reach for you. And how do you do that shift? Can you sense the difference in the energy? When I'm trying to reach out to them, it's like me pushing them, and they might most likely run away from me. Instead, I have to be this pull energy, pulling people into my healing business. So, how do I pull people in? And that's what this word is, letting them to reach you. So you have to reach and ask, so they have to reach and ask me a question to see what they can get from me. When I'm being interested in them, asking them questions, hey, what are you doing? How is it going? What's happening with this and that? I'm being truly interested in them, asking them, knowing about them. The only way the next step of the conversation might go is they being interested in me and asking me, hey, how is it going for you? What is it that you're doing? So that's how you turn around the conversation. Of course, not with projections and expectations, but just be interested in them. Okay, let's move on. Which way does the energy go when you are reaching for them? So that's the difference in energy that I was talking about, right? Which way does the energy go when you're trying to reach for them? Is it towards them, or is it or away from them, right? Where is that energy flow going? The class participant says towards them. If you push energy towards somebody, are they going to go towards you, or would they go away from you? And this is what I'm saying as the push energy. Where is it that you're being the push energy, pushing people away from you? And what would it take for you to be the pull energy, pulling people towards you? And the participant says they are going to go away. Yes, you have to pull energy from people, get them interested in you by being interested in them. So don't try to be interesting to them. Instead, be interested in them. When you are being interested in them and asking about them, they automatically gets interested in you as well. So that's the shift in the energy here. I was talking to a man today who just got a job as a substitute teacher. When he goes into a classroom, he tries to learn the names of all the kids so he can call them by their name when he asks them to do something. So, how many of you have had those kind of teachers in your world where they come to the class and the first thing that they do is actually learn all the 30 plus students' name? I have had at least some of them in my world, especially I remember one of my badminton coach who actually just was there for just a 5-day coaching for us. And within the second day, he was able to kind of learn 100 plus people's name. And I was like, wow. And he was able to kind of call each of us with our names. And let's see where we are going with this. So he learns all of their names so that he can call them with their name. The kids come up to him and say, we really like you. You always seem to know our names. It's cool. Nobody ever even bothers. So this is what is one of those examples of being interested in them. When a teacher comes to the class and being interested in each and every student in the class by first of all just learning their names, that shows the students that, hey, this person, this teacher is interested in me. And the more they are interested and the more the teacher is interested in the student would also be interested in them, and they start liking them. So this is the same strategy when it comes to your clients and your healing business as well. This guy is not projecting that he is just a substitute teacher. In fact, this person was not a full-time regular teacher. He was just a substitute teacher. He is projecting that this is a job he wants to do well at. He is not willing for the kids to suffer or for him to suffer. He sits down with them and he says, okay guys, this is the work we have to get done. After we get this done, we will go outside and play. So the kids sit down and get the work done. No other substitute teacher does that because none of them are interested in the kids getting their work done, and they are not interested enough to find out what the kids are interested in. And this is one of the things that I usually do when I'm talking to people, when I'm talking with clients. Every single day, I might be messaging at least 20, 30 people on regular normal days. And what I usually do is applying the same strategy where I'm just, hey, thank you for joining my group. Usually it's people who are joining my unlimited money club. I'll just send them a message, hey, thank you for joining my group. What kind of money challenges are you facing at this time? I might just send them one message asking some kind of question. And if they do reply, I might bring up a conversation. Okay, what is it going in your world? What challenges are you facing? How is it going for you? What different sessions have you done so far? How is it working for you? Have you changed? Has things changed in your life? And then the person might say, hey, I'm facing these kind of challenges, or yes, I did this and this, but this did not work as how I wanted it to be. And then, depending upon what they say, I might scan in my world what would be a good resource that I can give to this person. Sometimes it might be a book that I want to recommend. Sometimes it might be a video that I have on YouTube. It might be a PDF that I've created. I have multiple workbooks and PDFs that will help somebody build more money, create more money in their world. So, depending on what the person says, what kind of challenges, maybe let's say one person says, um, I would like to get a job, but so far I haven't gotten a job. I've been trying my best. I might say, oh, I see, there are these energy pulls in my uh, Facebook group. Maybe that's going to help you when you start pulling energy through people. The job comes to you easily. So I might be recommending that. So I might recommend some kind of a free resource to them that will actually truly help them with their situation. So this is me applying being interested in them philosophy, let's say, right? So I ask them questions. I see what resource would I have that can help them. Or at times it's, hey, this book has this kind of content, maybe this is what you're looking for, right? Just giving them some kind of a resource that's freely available that they can take and use and actually get some benefit out of it. So that's how I kind of do conversations with people. Okay, so continuing here, what are the kids interested in? Kids are usually interested in going out and playing. They just don't like sitting in the classroom. This is the place where the substitute teacher is interested in them. And in response to that, the kids are interested in giving to him, right? So here, the strategy that the substitute teacher is using is, hey, this is the work we need to get done today. Let's get this done as soon as possible. The faster we finish it, the faster we can run out and start playing the games. So now the kids are interested. Now the kids are like, hey, this is nice. Let's get this done quicker and let's go out and play. So this is very similar kind of analogy here, where you need to be interested in your clients and ask them what issues they are facing, be really listening to their issues, and then see what in you do you have, or what kind of resource that you might be able to give them that will build a relationship with them. So here, when I'm communicating with people, my intention is to truly build a relationship, a good relationship between me and them, offering some kind of value that will truly change their life. And this is exactly one of those, right? This free taster classes, I'm putting out and giving real value that somebody can take and actually go ahead and apply in their lives. So, this is me being interested in you, finding out what your problems are, and giving you some real life value application thing that you can take and apply. So, this is one example as well. So, if you're not getting the business you want, if you're not getting everything you desire in life, you are not being interested. You are trying to be interesting to others, and you are trying to invite people by showing them all the stuff that you know, not by finding out what they want, what they do, what's of interest to them. And this is also something that I've kind of seen in this holistic healing world, where usually when we as healers kind of show ourselves out into the world, we would say, and let me give you one example, which is when I got started, I was marketing, hey, I'm going to give you theta healing session, or I'm going to give you past life regression session, or I'm going to give you Reiki healing session. So I was marketing myself using the different modalities. And later I kind of understood, as I started applying all of this in my business, it was like, are people truly interested in theta healing or Reiki healing or past life regression? Is that what they're interested in? Or what are they actually interested in? So the answer came up as when I started talking to people, I started asking them, what are your challenges? What are the kinds of problems you have in your life? What are you trying to fix? What are you trying to create in your life? The more I started being interested in them and asking them questions, I got to learn so much about them. They were like, let's say one person said, hey, I'm going through this kind of difficult relationship in my world, and I'm going through this kind of divorce, and I have no clue what this is about. I do not know how to put myself out of this. I'm in a huge heart breakdown, etc. So they have no clue about theta healing can help them, or maybe emotion code can help them, or past life regression can help them. All they know is they have a heart breakdown. And now, if I put out my healing session saying, going through a heartbreak, I'm giving a free healing session, or I'm giving this kind of a 1 hour group healing session for those of you going through heartbreak. Now people are interested, because that's what they are interested in. They are interested in, hey, I have a heartbreak, can somebody help me? That's what they are in. When I use that word, are you going through a heartbreak? I'm doing a group healing session, come join me. Now there is people coming in. And during the session, I can use theta healing or emotion code or access consciousness or whatever I want. They don't care. That's not what's interesting for them. What's interesting for them is the solution to their problem and what challenges and problems that they have. When I use as a marketing tool, when I start using their words, now they are interested in my session. Take this particular session, this particular free taster class, for example. So instead of naming this class projection, expectation, rejection, separation, I have taken one small portion out of the book and I have put a name to it. What would it take, or what's the name of this thing? How to get more clients for your healing business. I know that's what my clients are interested in. That's what the healers in my group are interested in. So basically, the title comes from what is it that you are seeking in your life at this point. When I put my title, exactly the question that which you are thinking in your mind, now you want to show up for my classes. And of course, that's exactly the content that I'm giving to you here as well, right? So it's not that it's not in alignment, but the words that I use need to match the questions in my client's mind. When I do that, now people show up for my classes. Now people come in for my healing sessions. Okay, so you can have that clinic turn around in less than 2 weeks if you start asking, what can I be or do today that can create more customers coming into my shop right away? And all of you can use that question in your business as well. What can I be or do today that can create more clients for my business today? So that's one of the questions, and questions are the tools that Access Consciousness teaches us. The more question that we ask, the better things can show up in my life. So I repeat the question, what can I be or do today that would allow me to bring more clients for my business? Simple words. You can change the question however you like, but it's just the same format. What can I be or do today that would allow me to have this and this in my life? And the class participant says, thank you. So then I guess I'm kind of wrapping up the session here. So then, how do you get more clients for your healing business? Just a short one-line answer to that is get people interested in you by you being interested in them, right? Not trying to be interesting to them, instead being interested in them allows them to be interested in you. When you start being interested in them and asking them questions, what challenges are you facing? What kind of issues are you going through? What did you already try and did it work? What kind of results did you get? Oh, I see. Okay, good. Now I do this and this. Also asking them the question of, hey, would you know of anybody who might be interested in this? Now that's a totally different conversation. But in this case, let's say I'm giving them, hey, there is this kind of free resource that you might be interested in, or it could be a YouTube video, it could be a book, it could be a free healing meditation, it could be a free class that I've given, some kind of free resource that I can give them that will actually help them solve their problems. If I truly help them solve their problems, now they want to come back to me and ask me, hey, Vishnu, this resource that you gave me was truly amazing. It helped me. What else do you offer? What kind of healing sessions do you provide? They come back and ask me with the kind of resource that I give them, if it is truly helping them. Now they come back and ask me, I would like to pay you for your classes. What do you provide? So that's the shift in energy between pushing people away versus pulling people in. So get people interested in you by being interested in them. So tomorrow I have this beautiful class. So as I said, everything that you saw today is just 2 pages of the book. The entire book has so many different tools. As I said, at least 50 different clearing statements and tools that this week it has blew my mind away as I had been rereading the book. I invite you for my tomorrow's class. It's a 3-hour class and it's the entire book presentation that we will be doing. Those of you who would like can join me. Just send me a message and I'll tell you how you can join in. And of course, $55 is the payment for the class. So I'll open this up for questions. What did you kind of get out of the class, and do you have any questions at all?
It was a superb session, Vishnu.
Thank
I
you.
am there tomorrow.
Yes. Yes, Viju. Thank you.
Hi,
Alrighty.
Vishnu. I
Yes,
received all
Rupa.
the answers I was just thinking about. And amazing thing is, just before your class, I was just asking myself to keep myself shut and not to think more about this. But as soon as whatever I heard from you right now, I think I got all the answers of my questions. Thank you so much.
Wow, wow. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you,
darling.
Rupa.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
So nice to hear that. Thank you. Yes, yes, Mahasan.
Yeah, I have a question. Like when we studied about how we can go in the process of getting what we want, we go into the thinking and the feeling and the expectations. But here, expectations are looked at not in the same way, in a different way. Like I thought, well, some healers say you shouldn't have expectations, just let go, be neutral. And then in access consciousness, they say, yes, you should have expectations. And now it's like expectations are not good. Did I
Uh,
get it right or wrong?
I guess in access consciousness, I guess you are talking about the Love Money book, right? The Love Money book
Yes,
says
yes, yes.
expectation. Yes, right. Got you. So
Sorry.
here, right here, when they say expectations, let's say, these expectations are kind of limiting expectations, which is like when I'm creating a particular class or a program and I'm kind of expecting that, 10 people is going to show up for this, or this many, this much money that I can get from this, or any kind of expectations like that. When I have expectations, what's happening is I'm getting attached to those results, right? And of course, tomorrow when we do the 3-hour class, there's so much about these targets and results and everything that's coming up. But instead of having a specific expectation, Gary in this book kind of says, be in the question, okay, now I created this free taster class, let's say. So be in that energy of, I wonder what's that going to create in this world. So being in that question of what's this going to create in this world, right? So being in that question rather than going into the expectation of, if I do this, a plus b equals c kind of a thing, if I do this I will get this. When I have that as an expectation, now that's creating limitations that nothing else can show up other than that. And even now when I have a plus b equals c expectation here, when I do this, 10 people will show up for my class expectation, I'm also getting attached to that particular outcome, right? That's going to create limitation, that's going to push away stuff. So instead he goes, okay, I destroy and uncreate all the projection and expectation that I have from this class. You will learn more of these clearing statements tomorrow, and letting go of these projections and expectations and being in the question of, I'm putting together this, or I'm kind of inviting people to this, I wonder what's this going to create in my world. So when we be in that energy, now so much more can come in, is the kind of short answer to that question. Beautiful. Thank you so much, Mahasan, for that question. Thank you, my dear beautiful
Hello.
baby. Yes, hi,
Hi.
Lena.
Sorry, I'm walking my dog and listening to you.
Yes.
So thank you so much. It was really nice. It was very helpful. I just wanted to ask you, what are the titles for tomorrow? I mean, what do the 3 hours look like?
Right.
You might
So,
have said this at the very, very beginning. I might have missed this.
yeah, it's a book facilitation class. So it's the entire book, basically, just like how you saw the slides. Today I had maybe 8 slides. For tomorrow I have some 80 slides, 80. So it basically covers the entire book. And the access consciousness books are not like just information like other books. Instead, it consists of so many different clearing statements, tools. So it's like a 3-hour clearing, energy clearing session, along with so much of information, knowledge that you will be learning from the book. So that's how the 3-hour class. So today's 30-minute class, however it looked like, tomorrow it's the entire full book. So today you just had 2 pages of the book.
Okay. Okay. And what time is it tomorrow?
It's kind of same time, maybe 3 hours prior to what time is now for you in your country. So for me, it's
So
about,
where are you based?
I'm in India. So it's 5 p.m. Indian Standard Time.
It's now 5 p.m. for you?
No, I'm saying the class tomorrow is 5 p.m. Indian Standard Time.
Okay. Okay. What time is it for you now?
It's 8:41.
Ah,
So it's,
okay.
yeah, it's 3 hours prior, 3 to 4 hours prior to now.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Lena.
I
Bye-bye.
just want to say something, please.
Yes, Mahasan.
Yeah, I just want to say for the audience, the rest of the audience, that I have attended several, almost most of your book sessions, and they were super helpful, really, very, very interesting. And Plus, you are interesting too, and I'm interesting too. And everyone, the whole class was super interesting. We loved it. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you. Thank you. Beautiful, Mahasan. Yes. And also, as I said, Access Consciousness books are all about full of tools and clearing statements and processes. So it's not just information and knowledge we learn from it. What we are doing is kind of energy clearing with, so many tools and clearing statements. So that's the true kind of value with Access Consciousness books. Already. Thank you, my dear beautiful beings. I'm gonna see you tomorrow then. Bye bye.